This is your Raider Rundown with Matthew Cunningham and...
That's another mistake for us, I guess.
Well, that kind of makes this awkward.
I see you all got dress code violations before you came in. Had to wear those lovely cap and gowns, very flattering, to cover up something a little more skimpy. I like that it's our job to tell over 300 students to be individuals in everything they do, to be original, but you're dressed exactly the same in square hats.
Now, before we really start, I want you to raise your hand if you have exactly 35 cuts. It looks like we have a couple true geniuses among us. But Earl Warren once said, "The things that I did in my life that were worthwhile was what I caught hell for." So we want to see how worthwhile the speech actually is, even if we do catch hell for it.
So first of all, when I look into the audience and I see all your pretty faces, I thank God that I'm not giving this speech at an all-boys school. Unlike our private school friends down American River Drive, some of us actually need help paying for college, so do a good deed later and give a graduate some cash. Really, you're just assuring yourself that they won't be moving in with you in 6 months. So yes, graduates, we know you are happy to be leaving, but the only people that are happier are your parents. We're just going to list a couple of things that Rio students do that might bug their parents a little bit. First one, constant calls from the attendance office checking to verify the self-written EDs. Waiting to do your projects at the last minute and making your parents help color it in. Asking for the car every night and asking for money twice a night. But now you're leaving your house, and those of you who are going to college, just remember that though the next 4 years are called college, it's basically just a hiding place from the terrors of the job market. Though still, nothing will compare to the terrors of Rio's parking lot. Parents, I just want to point out that even though we're about to leave high school forever, we're still going to do so in a more courteous manner than you guys leave school every single day. We probably shouldn't be making fun of the parents, especially since they're about to write a massive check that is our college education. So let's take a minute to look back at all the great things that the class of 2012 has done. We've had interns in the governor's office and in congressman's office.
We've built Mustang convertibles and Tesla coils.
We've completed over 500 hours of community service and taken rugby teams to playoffs.
We've traveled to 4 continents and learned new languages.
We ran voter registration drives and brought Challenge Day back to Rio.
And that's just us. But really, you guys all know what you've done. From our world-class band going to Ellington, to our water polo All-Americans, and the soccer superstars, and also our mock trial team getting states. And the colleges that you applied to definitely know a little bit more than you actually did.
So when I look back at what we've done over the past 4 years, I can't help but ask myself, really? Some people consider these the best years of their lives, taking standardized tests and dodging the defecating birds? So even though your time here has been really good, it can only get better.
But please don't think we aren't taking this speech seriously. We took it just as seriously as many of you took your JRPs and SRPs. So last night, we stayed up till midnight, shotgunned 8 Red Bulls, played 4 hours of Minesweeper, then got on the computer and started looking up some ideas, but were quickly distracted by Facebook.
We're kidding, of course. That's what we did the night before our audition. And any sleep-deprived idea that might seem a little too ballsy or a little too daring was probably already cut by the administration. But really, we just want to take a moment to speak to this generation of scholars.
dare I say it, this den of scholars. Pause for applause. We've all changed in profound ways. Some of us have changed visibly, like our hair or our style. Or if you're like me, you finally got that one chest hair that proves you're a man.
Still haven't gotten that one yet.
Some of us have changed in less visible, but more radical ways, like our perspective on life, our dreams, or our sexual orientation. That's a joke that would have worked better down American River Drive. Hopefully all of you have gained some knowledge, and I'd like to share with you something that I learned that was completely awe-inspiring. And truth be told, I didn't learn it at Rio, keeping with the Mark Twain idea that you never let your schooling interfere with your education. I learned it on YouTube from Neil deGrasse Tyson. Pause for dramatic effect. At the onset of the universe, massive stars exploded, shooting out all the chemicals necessary for life into ginormous gas clouds. See, every fiber of every molecule of everything that makes up you comes from those stars. And that really that's an amazing thing, because we're all connected to each other, to the earth, to the entire universe just by existing. It's an amazing truth about our lives. We all come from something else, something incredible. We're the result of millions of endowments and opportunities presented to us.
Well, that's really only if you believe in that Big Bang nonsense. But we really need to seize every opportunity, because that is the way that we can truly achieve great things. And the only way we can give back to those who have given so much to give us these chances. They expect a lot from us, and in the world that expects less and less from everyone, we didn't confound those expectations.
So before we walk across the stage and they mispronounce my name or forget my name, we'd like to thank you all that have helped us achieve this great moment in our lives.
Thank you to SparkNotes and Wikipedia, because although our relationship is going to become a lot more casual, we will always have a special place for you in our hearts. Our parents have given us life itself, and our siblings have given us humiliation.
Now, we'd like to thank our teachers. Some, like Miss Reed or Mr. Miller, have changed the course of our entire lives. Others, like Mahoney, didn't even change our grade when we rushed to do some extra credit last minute.
Our friends have given us a place of acceptance, and I can only hope over the past 4 years you have found the exact group of people who understands you completely. And if you haven't, better luck in college. I hear that compared to high school, it's extremely easy.
I'd like to thank Chris Zari, who should be walking with us today. We all love and miss you, and hope you're riding in heaven.
So class of 2012, as you take this great step into the unknown, just remember how you got here. You didn't do it by yourself. You have been given the most amazing of opportunities, and we have been presented with the greatest of challenges. Our generation has been given a great deal of problems to solve.
But don't focus on them. Repaying the debt that we owe and solving those problems will come by default. What I'm curious about is what we're going to do that nobody expects.
I can't wait to see what kind of risks we take to achieve greatness. Only by pushing the limits of life itself are we going to figure out if there are any limits at all.
But know that failure will come invariably with the act of trying. And as long as you get up one more time than you fell down, you have succeeded. Seize every opportunity to reach for the stars. You already came from them. The potential's there.
So in your pursuits, your failures, and your successes, just don't lose the enthusiasm that will keep you exceeding even under the highest of expectations. So stay hungry for knowledge, stay kids in your hearts, and of course, stay classy 2012.
Thank you.